Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Indian men. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Indian men. Are they attractive? And I saw a lot of videos in YouTube that comparing Indian men to Chinese men. So what they did is to put some photos of some Indian men and some Chinese men and let people to choose which one they think is more attractive, and the one who wins the most votes are the winner. In this video, I will just talk about the Indian men I met or some Indian guys, Indian friends of mine. I would like to talk about that. Are Indian men attractive? What's your answer? For me, I would say yes, yes, yes. They are very attractive. Why? Are they more attractive than Chinese men for me? Well, maybe yes. So firstly, they are very tall and have a strong figure. Most of the Indian friends I knew and the people I met when I was traveling in India, they are very tall and have a strong body, and they are also very polite. When they are talking to you, they always have this politeness, which make me feel very respected. And secondly, they are very friendly. They will talk to you like they talk a lot, and they will tell you about the information while I was traveling. And my friends will also tell me about the things I should do or the things I shouldn't do. And they have this beard thing. I think the beard makes men look more manly. And I know some of the Indians say that Chinese guys or the Korean guys, they don't look like men, they look like a girl or something like that. I would say yes, it is true. In India, the men look more manly than the Chinese or the Korean guys. And that's very attractive. I think the thing that I think make them attractive is that all the singing and dancing thing, like it's in Indian people's blood. They sing well and they dance well, and whenever they sing, I feel like wow, it's very beautiful and it's very attractive. So that is really a plus. That Indian is a very religious country, so the people there are very religious. So I would definitely believe most of the Indian men, they really keep their promises and keep their words. When they say it, they mean it. Most of that, at least their heart means that. Okay, so I would say Indian men are friendly, polite, and they're very warm-hearted. They are very informative, especially when it comes to travel in India. And also they're very manly and they sing and dance well. So I would say all these factors make Indian men very attractive. And if I compare Chinese guys to Indian guys, because I live in China and I know a lot of Chinese guys, one thing is true that Indian men are more manly, like what you think. And Chinese guys, mostly they don't have beard. And some really look like girl, I'll have to say. Okay, so my conclusion is that Indian men are very attractive. Why not date one? I have some Indian friends, and I also have some friends who marry Indian or whose boyfriends are Indian. So sometimes we talk about what's the feeling of dating an Indian man. So I would like to talk about it also, like what's the feeling of dating a foreigner as what's the feeling of dating an Indian as a Chinese, and some tips for dating Indian. But all the things I said, it's only based on what I know and what I heard. It might not cover all, but there are some tips that might be helpful for you if you are dating an Indian man or you want to date an Indian man. Actually, it's more than I expected that there are more Chinese girls than I thought are dating Indian men, and they really like the feeling of being together. I mean, as I mentioned, Indian men are very friendly, they are very warm-hearted, they talk a lot, and they have a lot to share. Okay, one thing is that Indian men really talk a lot, and they make you feel that they love you a lot, like more than anything in the world. Well, maybe it doesn't just happen to Indian men. Just I think it happens to all men that they make you feel like they are very special. You are very special, and you are the only thing to them. And then you find out it's not so true as they said. Yes, they love you, but maybe not that much or that deeply. So the first thing I would say is that never trust men. Not just Indian men. I'm talking about all the men that sometimes they talk like you are very special, but then you find out maybe it's not so true as he said. But maybe there are some guys they really love you so deeply, they devote anything for you. That is an exception, of course. So you should go with your feelings. If you love him, you love him. Just follow your heart. The second thing I want to talk about is punctuality. Maybe it's because of the cultural differences or the just different way of expressing time. Like when my friends tell me, wait for me 5 minutes, I was counting like, yeah, 5 minutes and 5 minutes done, and my friend is still not there. So I would say a lot of times it happened, and I feel like I don't know if it's about cultural stuff or it's about the punctuality. When they say 1 second, yeah, okay, I know it's not 1 second because it cannot be 1 second. It just means wait for me for a while. But when the 1 second become 1 hour, then it's too much. So I would feel like it's something that I don't understand. And I would say if you are dating an Indian man or you are dating an Indian, just talk about it. You tell me 5 minutes, but it's not 5 minutes. So if it's really half an hour or 1 hour, just tell me 1 hour. Don't tell me 5 minutes. So I don't wait like a stupid, right? And also, as I mentioned, India is a very religious country, and Indian people are very religious. When I went to the temples when I was traveling in India, I was really touched by how religious they are and how respectful they are for the God. And so most of them have their own religion and have their own gods. So I would say it's very important if you are dating an Indian man that you respect their religion. They will not force you to believe the same as they do, but it's important for you to respect their religion and respect their culture. And also, I would like to talk about Indian food. Indian food is very famous and well welcomed by a lot of people. But for some other foreigners, I think they cannot accept the strong taste and all the spices and the chili. So if you are dating an Indian man, just respect their eating habits, like they eat with their hands. Well, I think it's kind of a good way to try to experience another culture, their eating habits. So just eat with your hand, you will feel the different feelings, and it is actually quite good. And for me, I love Indian food, that's for sure. But if I take Indian food for like maybe a week, I will really miss Chinese because it's really very strong. The taste is very strong, and the sweets are very sweet. So sometimes I will feel like it's better I just have a juice or have just a water. So if you are dating an Indian man, I would say my tip is that get used to the taste of Indian food. Try Indian food. If you don't really like it, try to start your own. Okay, the other thing is if you are traveling with your boyfriend to India, you cannot get. It's very hard for you to get one room in a hotel because they don't allow unmarried couple to live in one room in a hotel. So you need to have more budget. Like you need to pay 2 rooms, and well, maybe you can stay in one room, but you need to book 2 rooms. If you go all the way to India to meet your Indian boyfriend, it's better you know that. If he doesn't, even it's a rented room, you cannot stay in the room with him. Or maybe it's hard. I don't know. It's just what I heard. And if you are a foreigner dating an Indian, you need to figure out where you want to go, like where you want to stay in the future, because you are to be together, whether it's in India or in your own country or even other countries. So marrying a foreigner is always not so easy. It's all about the culture shock and the cultural difference, or even the language differences, or the family issues, a lot, and the distance. So that will be my tips for dating an Indian man as a foreigner. If I hope it's helpful. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.